Last year I was renting a small house in a depressing old mining town. I lived alone. One of the first warm nights of spring, I awoke around 4 a.m. to the sound of my doorknob turning. I figured someone must have the wrong address, but it kept turning persistently. I didn't have a peephole or window to see who it was, so I just approached the door from inside and yelled, "Wrong place, buddy!" Then the door started violently shaking. Then he started punching the door. I tried one last time. "Wrong place, go away, man!" Someone on the other side growled at me and started making horrifying noises like a wild animal. I grabbed a kitchen knife and called the police, then waited inside. About 10 minutes later, there was a knock at the door. I opened it cautiously to see an officer who questioned me about the incident. He then asked me to close the door and remain inside. Again, I couldn't see what's happening out there, so I just turned out the lights and waited quietly, with the knife in my hand, for about 20 minutes. There was just silence. Then, out of nowhere, my living room window screen started to get pushed inside, and the curtain started to move. The guy was pushing out the screen, trying to get in. I held up the knife and yelled, "I'm gonna kill you," in my most threatening voice possible. Thankfully, I immediately heard, "Get on the ground and show me those hands." I heard another horrible wail from outside, and the guy was tackled to the ground and taken to the police car. A few minutes later, another knock at the door. The officer was back to tell me that the suspect had been captured. This guy was a uniformed cop, but he was visibly trembling and super pale. I still hadn't seen what the intruder looked like. The next day, I ran into the officer while he was off duty, small town, and he told me that the suspect had told him that his name was Jason Voorhees. Probably a meth addict, or some other type of drug user. Those habits don't go well with delusions involving slasher film characters. Thanks for listening.